It's exactly some 26 minutes after 6, and I've got to go through the newspapers for you. I have the Ghanaian Times newspaper, front page of the Times. 83 orphanages closed down, 2 suspected robbers lynched. Police lack raincoats, and this, well, the rains have set in now, and if the police say they lack raincoats, some people are advocating that they should buy their raincoats. But should this be an issue, police lacking raincoats? Also, cop steals mobile phone. Interested in that story? A bit of it's on page 3 for you in the Times this morning. It says, a police constable who allegedly stole a mobile phone belonging to a Chinese has been interdicted upon the instruction of the Inspector General of Police. So the constable, Emmanuel Sapon, stationed at the Swame Police Station with a visibility unit, joined the police service in 2010. He has also been charged with stealing and would appear before court for prosecution. Amazing, isn't it? Back page of the Times. 2 modern ICT centers set up, and Jubilee Fields increases oil production level. These are the headlines in the Ghanaian Times newspaper. My concentration is on the front and back pages of the paper, so I've got the Daily Guide next. No coup, NPP vets aspirants. Stars hits the streets over Dumso. Why Otsing Ejay hijacked flashy car. This issue definitely not going away and coming back again, but it comes with a picture of Dr. Joe Oting Ejay on the front page of the paper. Let's see what the graphic is headlining on its front page this morning. Police recruitment scam, 1,100 paid, 2.7 million Ghana cedis, Tembele's signature for forensic tests. Also, NPP steering committee meeting stirs controversy. That's how the paper decided to headline this one. Key suspects in Chinto chief's murder arrested. That should be some good news. Back page, rainstorm rips off tower, block roof at Korle Bu. And I'll read a bit of it with you. The downpour, which occurred in Accra in the early hours of Monday, ripped the roof of the tower section of the medical block at the Korle Bu Teaching Hospital. The rain, which began around 1 a.m., mainly affected the second and third floors of the block and destroyed its glass window sills. All right. Also, stop making false calls to emergency lines. The National Fire Service is calling on all of us. The Central Regional Fire Officer, Robert Fiajo, has advised the public to desist from making false calls to the emergency numbers of fire stations in the country. He said such false alarms, if continued, could dissuade fire officers from attending to genuine distress calls from fire victims. And we're told that more than 40 false calls on a daily basis are made. And we should stop this. This is not something we should do, because what could happen is when you have real emergency, they could take it for granted. So let's stop making those false calls to these, either the fire service, the police, or sometimes we make false calls even to the ambulance service as well. But let me do the Chronicle newspaper, front page of the Chronicle. Telcos aiding Simbox fraud. That's a question, and this question has been asked severally. Now it's been headlined in the Chronicle newspaper. Erring police officers to pay damages imposed by court. Seychelles Islands, Asantehene invites descendants of Prempeh to Ghana. Also, students wage war over utility bills. Policeman arrested for stealing phone. That story also appearing here in the Chronicle newspaper. That will be it for the front page headlines. Let me move now to the BNFT, the Business and Financial Times. Prudential Life launches unique farewell plan. T-bills, treasury bills rate slide persists. And the story says that treasury yields, which indicates the cost of government's borrowing, have been falling consistently since February 20. So the 91-day treasury bill has fallen for 11 straight weeks since the latter part of February, declining from 25.85% to 25.08% at last Thursday's auction. First class loses Is it last year as students lose sleep over job instead? Battling doom saw cost OMCs some 100 million Ghana cedis in 4 months. That's a lot of money. We are a bridge to long-term energy demand. Car Powership is saying this. You can read the full story here, back page of the BNFT. GCB launches big money promotion and GOIL 46th AGM held. Let's see what paper I can review next. Okay, there's the Finder here. So I'll do the Finder newspaper, the Independent and the Today newspaper. But the Finder first. Front page of the Finder. Government loses 500 million Ghana cedis to duty exemptions in 2014 alone. Also, 3 ECOWAS countries refuse to sign APA. Who are these countries on page 11? Nigeria could be one because they made their position known a long time ago. But where's the story? On page 11 in the Finder newspaper. Here we go. It says that 3 West African countries are yet to sign on to the Economic Partnership Agreement. Anthony Nyamibe, who's the Director for Multilateral, Regional and Bilateral Trade at the Ministry of Trade and Industry, has disclosed. So I was right. Nigeria is here, Burkina Faso and the Gambia are the only countries out of the 15 Economic Community of West African States countries left to sign the agreement. You can read a lot more on that. Adjoa Mwako joins Tema West NPP race. Back to the front page headlines. 6 sitting NPP MPs opt out, and you can see their faces on the front page of the paper. I've got the Independent newspaper. Front page of the paper, Pacquiao to fight Mayweather again. Oh, really? Where did this one come from? I haven't heard this. Controversy, mass aboratory festival as Tuafuas Asafo refuses to present catch to chiefs. Jerapa youth threatening police over the lynching of suspected robbers. And Commissioner General builds ultramodern kindergarten for Gomwa Abora. Oh, let me look out for his name and say thank you to him. This is a good thing. The Commissioner General of the Ghana Revenue Authority, Mr. George Blangsing, has personally constructed an ultra-modern kindergarten classroom block with offices, stores and playing ground for the Gomwa Abora District Assembly Basic School in the Gomwa West District of the Central Region. Can we say a big thank you to you, sir? This is what a lot more officials should be doing. That's it for the Independent newspaper. The last paper, just before I go, will be the Today newspaper. PPP executives urged to work hard. Strash is broke. Comes with a picture of the finance minister, Seth Terkper, as if he is making that announcement that Strash is broke. But we've known that Strash has not had a lot of money for a really long time. But the story put together by Freeman Koyepo says Today can report that the Commission on Human Rights and Administrative Justice, Strash, is currently broke and for that matter may not be able to effectively carry out its constitutional mandate. You can continue to read on details, but that's it for the Today newspaper. We've got some sports newspapers, the Hearts News, Hearts next opponents, some Hearts stories in the Kotoko Express, also Kotoko Camp in Tema preparing for league second round and setting the record straight, an editorial that you can read. The Finder's Spot is also here. Let's see. Okay. If you're interested in any of these stories, you can grab the papers and read the details. That's it for the newspapers.